It's the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for Sunday, the 18th of February. I'm Michael Groff. A slight chance of rain coming in here tonight and tomorrow, but the big weather headline will be the increase in wind and much colder temps. In fact, the coldest readings we've seen so far this winter season coming in here by Tuesday. So let's talk about it. 71 degrees the high in the valley yesterday after a morning low of 50, and outside right now just after 7 a.m. with a little bit of haze around the valley. No fog issues to talk about, though. We start this day out at 52 degrees at Sky Harbor, dew points at 48, humidity 87%. The winds are light, and the barometer is steady. Temperatures around south central Arizona this morning, mostly in the mid-40s in the cool spots, low 50s for us here in central Phoenix. The water vapor satellite view shows our next big player here in our weather across the southwest, a cold upper trough over the Pacific Northwest, which will be diving south through the day today. The watch warning map lit up like a Christmas tree. Winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings across northern Arizona and throughout much of the southwest states. High winded warnings as well. Wind advisories elsewhere. Winds could gust to around 50 miles per hour in the deserts of southeast California, southern Nevada, and the northern part of the state today. So if you're traveling, be aware of the possibility of some blowing dust, especially over the desert areas. Those winter weather advisories and winter storm warnings extend through the northern Rockies, the interior west, out into the plain states. So the snowflakes will be flying in places like Bismarck, Grand Forks, Minneapolis, St. Paul, Des Moines, Omaha. Meanwhile, further to the south and east, dense fog, the problem for places like Little Rock and Memphis, as well as along the Gulf Coast. On the convective outlook, no organized areas of severe weather across the country today. Some scattered thunderstorm areas along the west coast, north of Arizona, and across the plain states. And rainfall for the next 7 days across the southwest, well, a few hundredths of an inch maybe here in the valley, and certainly some heavier totals possible in northern and eastern Arizona. We'll get into all the details of it now as we check the models and break down the specifics. Here we go to the GFS, the 06Z run, valid at 5 o'clock this afternoon. Start as always with the upper chart here at 500 millibars. There's the cold upper trough across the northwest U.S., and as that approaches today, down at the surface, the pressure gradient will be tightening. And as a result, winds will be on the increase. So we'll say winds here in the valley, 5 to 15 miles per hour out of the south. Could see a few gusts to around 20 this afternoon. Otherwise, the sky is partly cloudy. Highs this afternoon, upper 60s and low 70s. Should be a pretty nice day overall. Clouds continue to increase this evening. A slight chance of showers here in the valley overnight. Better chances of rain and snow over the high country of northern and eastern Arizona. Let's take a look at the high-resolution models. Here's the 3-kilometer NAM tomorrow morning at 5 a.m., and it's got some widely scattered showers across eastern Maricopa County. Can't rule out a few showers here in the valley. We'll say a 20% chance overnight. Lows mostly in the 40s to low 50s. Even if you do see rain, though, remember, it's going to be fairly light and very widely spaced, maybe a few hundredths of an inch. That's about all. Tomorrow, the cold front begins to approach us and should be crossing the valley tomorrow afternoon, which means we'll have maximized daytime heating. So good mixing, and that means this front, a pretty strong one, will be generating quite a bit of wind tomorrow. We'll see southwesterly winds gusting to around 40 miles per hour at times. I'd say a sustained wind between 15 to 30 miles per hour is likely through the day, especially in the afternoon. And yes, that continued slight chance of showers. Better chances of rain and snow north and east of us again. Highs in the mid-60s. Now, on Tuesday, that cold front moves on by. A very dry and cool air mass follows that. Dew points are going to be crashing. And highs on Tuesday could struggle to get out of the mid-50s. It's going to be a chilly day. And that means Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, very cold. Lows in the 30s for most everybody. And some spots in the outlying areas could get into the upper 20s. So it's going to feel like a pretty wintry couple of days here. Wednesday, we're partly cloudy. We start a rebound in temperatures. Highs back in the low and mid-60s. We're in the mid and upper 60s on Thursday, but the trough remains across the western United States, so it's not going to be going anywhere. And we're going to see these little short waves, these disturbances, move through the trough through the rest of the week. So Friday, another one of these disturbances comes our way. And that could spell an increase in clouds. At this point, we're going to keep the forecast dry, but we've seen some of these runs where we start to introduce some chances of rain. Same thing on Saturday, partly sunny skies. Could there be a shower someplace? Yes, but I don't think the threat is overly high at this point. High temperatures, again, in the mid and upper 60s. Here's a week from today. This is Sunday, the 25th of February. the trough continues across the west, a very persistent pattern, very opposite to what we have been seeing throughout the last 4 or 5 months. And with the short waves continuing to roll through, partly sunny skies, highs in the mid to upper 60s. Here's Monday the 26th. That still looks cool and perhaps unsettled with moisture on the increase, partly sunny, highs mid and upper 60s. Here's the end of the 10-day forecast period. This is Tuesday the 27th. And if this is right, and certainly there's a lot of disagreement, there's a lot of forecast uncertainty out here, but if this happens to verify, a very cold short wave approaches once again, and a chance of rain comes back to the southwest, a pretty good rain event if this is correct. But this is 10 days out, so a lot is likely to change between now and then. But this would mean high temperatures back in the upper 50s, low 60s, and a good chance of precipitation statewide. Let's check the temperatures coming off of the GFS ensemble through the period, and look at that. We stay below normal for quite a while, and maybe as we head out toward early March, we start to warm back up. But we'll have to see. This is a pretty persistent pattern that we're now getting locked into, and a good one for an area that is desperate in need of drought relief, some precipitation. And that's going to wrap it up for the Phoenix, Arizona weather discussion for today. My next video comes back here tomorrow morning, and if you like our videos, be sure to subscribe so that whenever we post a brand new one, you'll get the notifications. Otherwise, be safe out there and have yourselves a great Sunday.